What's up, guys? We're going to be reacting to an interview. Trey, I guess, went on Fox. I missed this interview, and we're going to see what he had to say here. I know I seen that Matt Kohrs was on Fox Business, I believe, and he was talking about AMC and did an amazing job. I just want to see what Trey has to say, where he thinks this is going to go. Obviously, was this, before, or was this like literally during, like today, all of the action that happened today? So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and dive into this real quick.
Transaction costs, market access.
Well, folks, Wall Street calls them the meme stocks, and they were beating a hasty retreat early this morning. And I got to be honest with you, many in the financial media were loving it. In fact, I hope one day to find as much joy in anything as some of the financial media found when those AMC shares started to turn down. Those smiles were priceless. Well, as it turns out, AMC's management did sell those 11.5 million shares. And once the street found out, once the investors found out they've raised 587 million, guess what happened with the stock? It started to turn higher. But one thing is lingering, and that is a statement, part of the statement from the AMC CEO, and it's this line: under the circumstances, we caution you against investing in our Class A common stock unless you are prepared to incur the risk of losing all or a substantial portion of your investment. Now, of course, none of this news is news per se, but for anyone that was looking maybe to ring the register, it provided the perfect cover. So what will the apes do now? Joining me now is the host of Treys on YouTube, Trey Collins. Trey, obviously you've been a strong advocate for what I call the Reddit investor revolution, and you know the move in AMC. You always say it wasn't about near-term fundamentals. In the financial media, they still don't get it. They compare it to, look at the market cap versus this company and that company. Tell the world, tell the financial media what this has always been about. What is this movement about?
Well, Charles, first off, I'd like to extend a thank you for giving the opportunity for millions of apes to be able to speak out about the culture and story, being written by AMC stock right now. I think they're getting the wrong picture with this whole segment. We understand perfectly clear that this is not about fundamental value in this moment in time. They're doing this as black and white when that's not the case. This is a message. This is a legacy that the apes are trying to write right now to send a message to the short sellers, hedge funds, and institutions who have been blatantly betting against and frankly, taking advantage of the institution. The retail investor, over these past 6 months, year, 5 years, 10 years, and show them that we are stronger than they think we are. We're smarter than we think they are. And, we're better. That's as simple as it is.
That's 100% true. I 100% agree with him. We obviously are strong together, and, we're looking to do as much as we can with this community, build this community. And if they're thinking that we're dumb over here, they can keep thinking that we're dumb, and they can keep losing money.
And now, of course, you're going to have a second interview with AMC CEO Adam Aron tonight. I think the lawyers, by the way, pressured him into that statement. Let's not forget, he made a serious overture to investors yesterday. I'm pretty sure someone called him up and said, listen, you're going to have to come out with something. So with that in mind, do you feel like he let the community down with that statement this morning?
But before he answers, I seen that, and I was a little upset with that statement. But obviously, you have to have some sort of there might be some sort of legal action, behind it. You never really know. But basically, saying that you're at risk of losing all or potential, a large chunk of your money is something that you don't want to say for your business and the stock price. So it's a little weird.
That's a great question, Charles. I think Adam Aron does a perfect job of managing the long-term growth of the company, as well as paying attention to the short term of what the retail investors are looking for. In fact, I think he sets the bar. I think he sets the standard. It's very easy for the media to talk about that statement that he put out. But what about the Investor Connect, the AMC Connect that came out that helps connect the AMC investors and reward them for following the company? I think there's so many great things that Adam Aron does to focus on, one specific statement that likely was caused to come to fruition because of legalities is doing him injustice. He does a great job. He sells stock at the right time. He's generated a lot of cash. Cash is king. You already stated earlier there is $587 million for the company, and the stock price is booming. I think that speaks monuments of how great of a CEO Adam Aron truly is.
Yeah, you know what? I actually seen an interview or some sort of video where they were talking about Adam Aaron and saying how, the one thing he knows how to do is grow a stock and run a company, right? So he obviously knows how to work this thing, when to put the shares or offer the shares or sell the shares for the best point, because you've seen every single time that that's happened, we've seen an increase in the stock price eventually. So yeah, I think he knows what he's doing. He's doing the right thing. He cares about us, the retail investors, also everybody else out there that's rooting for this, for the retail traders to get back at the hedge funds. They shouldn't be shorting companies out of existence. We all agree that that's horrible. Companies obviously work hard to get where they are, and if they have to claw their way back, they can claw their way back. But if hedge funds are pushing them down and have their boot on their throat, it's going to be very tough for them to claw their way back.
Considering all the negative media, right, which is almost all the financial media, how important was it for AMC to sort of climb off the canvas today that just keep everyone kind of stoked and confident?
Right. So the last 6 months has been a slow windup to kind of the storybook that you're reading right now on the charts. And I think over that period of time, there's been a lot of the retail investors, or the apes, who have been studying, doing due diligence, crunching numbers, and I think most importantly, emotionally preparing themselves, because the last squeeze that happened back in January, there was, I think, a lot of things to be learned. And this much time built into now, I think people were emotionally prepared for the sort of moves that have happened here. And to have that momentum continue, obviously, is a great opportunity to give some good momentum and hype to the community. I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to, is keeping spirits high, keeping the new apes out there who've joined the community happy, and telling those stories.
He's doing a great job. I swear, him and Matt Kors do a great job of bringing this community up and being the leaders, or that representation of the community. So I appreciate what they're doing to be able to come out here and spread positive information, understand that, we're with this CEO on decisions that he's making. He's with us and all of that. So you did a great job. And I'll probably say that at the end of this video, but you did a great job, Trey.
I got less than a minute, Trey. Just tell us, what is the end game?
So the end game for this, Charles, the end game for this is pretty simple. We want to send a message to the short sellers that says, look, we are the dumb money, and we are proud of it. We are here to show that when people do their research and their due diligence, they can make money. They can call us dumb money all day long, and we'll endear that term, because people have their own reasons, their own whys, whether it's for the long-term investments of the company, the short-term, which is I think the majority of people, they have stories that they want to be understood and told. And I think that's ultimately what this comes down to, is coming together for a good cause, and showing the world that, look, the apes are here to stay. They're not going anywhere. There's bulls, there's bears, and now there's apes. Simple as it gets.
Trey, my man, can't wait to watch your interview with Aaron, and congratulations. You've been there from the beginning. You've been strong, and a lot of people look up to you, and so do I. Talk to you again real soon. Coming up,
I appreciate that, Charles.
Wukong.
All right, so that was a really, really good interview. I guess I could have watched the actual video. It would have been better quality, and I guess it comes up anyways. But yeah, it was definitely a good interview. I like the fact that he really represented the apes well, everybody that's in this community well. And if you watch this video, Trey, you did a great job, a phenomenal job. Matt Kors, you did a phenomenal job on the interview that you did. Sorry, I didn't do a reaction video to that, but on a day like this, you really need some sort of positive information, and to throw that out there, it was just absolutely phenomenal. So guys, make sure you hit that like button on the video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I think we're going to see some really big moves. So get ready.